Welcome back, friends. We are here with your full moon reading, which is happening on March 28th.
Yes.
So we hope you're excited for that because we are. It's a full moon in Libra.
What?
That just happens to be our sign.
Yep.
So may we remind you the full moon is a great time to take stock in your energies and see what's not working for you and how to move things forward.
Yes.
If you are new to our channel, we rely on Yasmin Boland. We are using her Moonology deck along with her Moonology journal. This is her 2021 journal. If you haven't seen it, it's worth looking into. If not, just take stock in that. We will be, sharing her information firsthand with you. And then simply stated, check our social medias because we'll be linking to her, and Chrissy will share all of the information from the readings in nice, vibrant photos of the spreads and follow-up that you can use to work with the energies of the full and new moons as we do those readings and as they cycle. So your full moon this month in March comes in on the 28th, and here in our area, in Eastern Central Time, we're in New Jersey, it comes in about 14:48.
Which is about quarter to
three. I'm like trying to make sure that I'm there.
Does it say in the AM or the PM? Doesn't say.
Well, that would be the PM.
Okay.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah, it would be.
be sure to check your energies because the key energies for this full moon in Libra are healing, commitment, love, and poetic. This full moon in Libra reminds us to take a look at our relationships. Be forgiving.
All right, I'll get that in a minute.
Of them.
I'll get it.
And
you keep talking. Okay.
Well, I know it's like right underneath your chair.
I'll get it.
It's one of those moons in Leo too. I can see it staring at you.
Mm.
And surrendering your relationships to the divine. So if there's any struggles in the relationships, if you're finding them hard to find or work within, we're talking, loving relationships, familial relationships, your relationship with yourself. It's time to surrender and also to forgive a little bit. It is also a great time for healing. So, she doesn't necessarily have an affirmation for this full moon. She tends to have them for the new moons. But what she does remind us is, surrendering your relationship to the divine might be easier said than done. So remember that. But it's a good time to raise your vibration, put some music on, do something that you find is fun, and then set your intentions, use some essential oils, whatever works for you to raise your vibration. And then you can also look at photos or images of the Archangel Jophiel or the Libra goddess, Lakshmi, and I'll put that in the description box for you if they resonate for you. And then she also has a prayer in here that she uses during this specific full moon in Libra. She says, I surrender my relationship with, insert the name, to the divine. Thank you for guiding me. Simply stated as that. You can put in your own self. I surrender my relationship with myself to the divine. Thank you for guiding me, or insert a person's name or your relationship with, eating, your career, whatever that looks like for you. But remember, this full moon is all about relationships, forgiveness, healing, and being mindful of how you want them to be moving forward. Okay, Chris, I know you were shuffling away, and I have the guidebook here. Sometimes they're a little bit harder to find, but we have everybody?
Yes.
Okay, then I will see what I can do here. Our full moon in Leo.
New moon in Leo.
New moon.
Right there.
Okay.
No.
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 I know where I'm going. I looked at the guidebook.
All right. All right.
Your new moon in Leo.
Confidence is the key to your success.
Confidence, key to your success. It is reminding you to shine your light and have some pride. Spoil yourself because you've earned it. You may have even turned someone's head, And it's a good time for you to show the world what you've got.
There you go.
You're attuned to the moon here is make time to have fun. Raising your vibration, right? We just talked about that. You have a full moon in Cancer.
And this says a personal issue reaches resolution.
And it reminds you to meditate to help to soothe some of your heightened emotions. Try not to be too clingy and stop sulking. It also reminds you to ask yourself if you've had enough family time lately. Maybe you need to bring some people closer to you. You're attuned to the moon says it may be best to move forwards to what you want in a sideways manner.
Right. Because Cancer is represented by the crab. So think of a crab on the beach. When he moves this way, he moves this way. So you may have to sidestep to get to what you want.
Absolutely.
But it's still movement.
Yep.
Keep
it moving.
Keep it moving.
Okay, and then we have, what do you have there?
The new moon.
New moon eclipse.
Yes. And I love that this is in the middle of the spread. And it says expect powerful change.
It reminds you to say yes. Over and over again, 1,000 times, yes. You're being shunted towards your life purpose. Whatever is happening now is happening for your highest good. Remember that.
Yes.
And it's also an important turning point in your life, or at least in this chapter. So you're attuned to the moon here is never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. This is beautiful energy, especially stuck between last week's reading and this week's reading, which we just completed. If you haven't seen that, go head over there and check that out. I just feel like the message is continuously congruent. Love this. What do you have there? Just a straight up new moon?
Straight up new moon.
New moon.
And it says a new start is coming. Now, when we talk about the moon cycles, we know that the new moon is a new start. And the full moon, which is what our reading is for, is where when you set your intentions for the new moon is where they now come to light.
Right.
So it is the end of the cycle, or the midpoint, I should say.
Midpoint of the cycle.
The midpoint of the cycle.
Yes.
So you're now working your way back to our new moon, which is a new start.
Right.
Again.
So again, this new moon reminds you a new start is on its way. You will soon start to feel more hopeful about getting what you want, and your beliefs in your dreams that you can actually manifest are working very well for you right now. So forget about the past. Keep looking forward, because that's the way you're going.
Yep.
Your tune here is I'll see it when I believe it. Sometimes you need to put faith before fear and just believe that it can happen.
Amen to that.
And then we have full moon in Leo.
Yes.
Full moon in Leo. Full moon in Leo reminds us that we could be coming upon some endings right now, specifically in relationships or friendships, and that is okay. It urges us to consider, our self-esteem right now. Is it good? Good self-esteem is good. Vanity is not. Everyone is as equally important, and it also creatively urges us to work some magic.
Yep. So don't let your pride get in the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Your tune here is be magnificent without being plain too much. So
I love it. Be
you without being a jerk. It's what I hear.
That's right.
All right. You gonna bring some clarity or some?
Let's do it.
All right. Chrissy has brought this beautiful deck of the Sacred Tarot reading cards. They have some sacred geometry to them. They're really cool.
Very simple. Beautiful cards, but they're simple. Messages are very simple and clear.
And we like that.
Especially for our clarifiers.
Absolutely, for our clarifiers. Let's see if I can get them working.
Yes. This is a much smaller deck, not necessarily in size, but in quantity, and I figured Michelle's carpal tunnel can handle it.
We're hoping, except that it is stretching my carpal tunnel, so let's see if I can make it work.
Okay.
Not sure. We have two.
Maybe that's all we need.
Could be.
Maybe. All right, well, there you go. There's 4.
Well, it's very twin flame of it.
Yes.
Okay, so there's the last. It's this way. We're not going to read any of these in reverse. You know what these remind me of? The David Bowie deck.
Ooh, they do.
Right? The David Bowie Tower deck. They're just, wow, magnificent images. Really clear. Okay, so your first one, kind of falling with that, you know, new moon in Leo, full moon in Cancer, that confidence is key and your personal resolutions is truth. And what better way to reach that success than to just kind of speak your truth.
Absolutely.
And remind yourself that you may have to sidestep to get to where you're going, right? All in truth. You know, you have this beautiful image of, you know, taking the mask off.
Yes.
Just being yourself. I love that. And then the second one is source. We have been just getting these messages so loud and clear with your spiritual practices. Yeah, these past couple weeks. There's what looked to be, at first glance, doves in the background, but you will find that they're angels, which is giant, magnificent wings. And please check our social media. Chrissy does a great job with posting all of the cards so you can see them for yourself. But, you know, source. However you see that, however you remind yourself of it, whatever it is for you, you know, stepping back and identifying with, you know, your spiritual practices to, you know, manifest and release that powerful change that we're talking about that is coming in.
Absolutely. And then the third card is community.
There's so much fire energy in this one.
Yeah.
Love that.
One of these cards, I don't remember which one it was, that you just read not too long ago, talked about reuniting family connections.
Yeah.
So look to your community, look to your family, your friends.
Who's your support network?
Right, basically.
Yeah.
And then finally we have intimacy.
And again, this just screams twin flame energy for me, which is a whole nother video. But
I just think that, you know, when it comes to our personal resolutions and finding change, it becomes a very intimate journey.
Absolutely.
So I think that's where that's going with this.
And again, reminding us to look at the intimacy levels in our relationships, whether that be with a romantic partner, with yourself,
your friends,
or with your friends or family, and see where those struggles are and where those successes are. That's what we want to focus our energy on is, you know, feeling and also healing to help them to grow, to move forward and be successful. That's really what this new moon in Libra is all about. We want to just balance those energies out.
Right.
So very cool. Oh, I love this. How about, we want to go one more?
Sure.
We'll have to take it to another level.
Of course.
I do love these cards. They really remind me of the David Bowie deck.
They do, now that I see them. Like, they reminded me of something. I thought, oh, they're just very pretty.
Yeah, they're like so powerful in their imagery.
And I think there is like a passage, I don't think it's like an affirmation in the guidebook, but it's like a short little saying at the end of each.
All right, well, let's look.
I haven't really played with them all that much since I got them. There's in alphabetical order if you haven't figured it out.
I did figure that out. I saw some wording in there, but okay, so truth. Your affirmation for this card: I am creating peaceful experiences. I acknowledge and accept emotions as they arise within me without judgment. Again, it's that relationship with yourself. We just continue to look at that week to week to week. We have source. Source says, from the light of God that I am, I clear and open the way for divine miracles. I surrender my heart 100% pure light and consciousness. I embrace divine will through love and faith. Just a really wordy way to remind yourself that, you know, you're affirming that your spiritual practices are important to you and that you're surrendering to a higher good. All right, let's check community. I do like this. Thank you for bringing that up, that I did not know these had affirmations. Community. I am able to celebrate my differences, connecting with others in love, light, and pure consciousness.
Oh.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And then we
just wanna
have,
fly out my hands
I
today.
know, intimacy. I am open to new experiences. I honor my body with love and respect. Again, it's talking about intimacy and in self-reflection. So, and the first sentence that pops out at me says, take time to nourish and nurture your body. And, you know, it goes on from there, but, you know,
Beautiful.
Reminding you to really take care of yourself right now. It's important. It's part of your spiritual practice. It should be.
Right. Absolutely.
You know? And again, pot calling kettle black. I
Self-care.
need to do a better job of that myself too.
We
but
all do.
But
I mean, we all do.
you know, we
It's
learn
just
from each other.
Right.
That could be a great reminder for us.
Absolutely. And that's all it is. They're subtle reminders to kind of get you back on track or remind you. It's like, all right, just slacking a little bit here.
All right, and then you pulled a couple cards from the Crystal Angels, right?
Yes.
The Oracle cards. What'd you find for us?
I have yellow jasper is what came out first.
I love Jasper in all of its forms.
And it says control issues. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you.
Again, I feel that as a reminder.
I just love the image of this.
Yeah.
Of this yellow jasper, because if you look closely enough, the image here, it almost looks like the human heart.
It does. Yeah, that's the first thing that jumped out at me.
Yeah. And I love that.
But again, it reminds us to, you know, put control aside and just use your God-given power to
follow your heart.
To follow your heart, yeah, to make
absolutely.
to manifest and make your dreams come true. I like that.
Yeah, and then we have dolomite, which says stay strong in your faith. A positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset.
Here we go again. I love that. I love when we have consistency and congruency and synchronicity. It's all balanced and lovely. All right, guys. So if you would, you know, like this video if you liked it, share it with somebody that you think may need to hear the message here. It is a general reading, so if it didn't resonate for you, take what is yours and leave the rest behind for someone else. But we hope that you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you haven't and click that bell so you're notified every time we release a new reading. If you haven't watched this week's numerology reading, please, you know, go ahead and click the link here in the video and, you know, check it out. It's definitely been a very congruent message over the last, I want to say 3 weeks now, that we're hearing. So we invite you to take stock in it and then work with those energies as you see fit. You will find again that, like I said earlier, Chrissy will photograph the spread so that you'll see the full spread in our social media, as well as work with the affirmations throughout the week as she posts some of the individual cards. Leave us a comment if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and please feel free to contact us through any of the social media avenues. We are so grateful to have you here, and we wish you, you know, love and light.
Absolutely. So
good luck with this full moon energy in Libra, and see what you can do to balance out your energies and work with this spread. We'll talk to you guys again real soon. Take care.
Bye-bye.